All right, Week 6 version of Hick's 5-Minute Picks. Let's start with the biggest game of the weekend. Number 12, Oklahoma. Number 3, Texas. It's the Red River rivalry. Let's invoke Elvis here to help us out with this pick. What did Elvis famously say? I've never been to heaven, but I've been to Oklahoma. You know what heaven is going to look like on Saturday for Oklahoma fans? The Cotton Bowl. That's right. Now, give me a break here. I know black and white. We don't got color printers, all right? Tough times. But Oklahoma fans, heaven is going to be Cotton Bowl for you on Saturday because you are pulling off the upset. Oklahoma is beating Texas in a defensive battle. I like the way Oklahoma's defense is taking a big jump here in year number 2 under Brent Venables. Last year in total defense, they were 122nd out of 131 teams. 122 out of 131. Awful. This year, they have taken a massive leap. They are so far 30th in the country in total defense, tied for 2nd in scoring defense. Dylan Gabriel, back. Oklahoma fans, you saw last year, is healthy. Big difference. OU wins Red River on Saturday. Horns down. All right. Number 11, Alabama at Texas A&M. Alabama 2.5-point favorites. If you watch these videos or listen to these videos, you know I have very little faith in Alabama this year. I'm not a believer. But I have even less faith in Jimbo Fisher getting it done in a big spot. I don't buy Jimbo Fisher whatsoever. I don't think this is going to be the year now he gets Nick Saban 2 out of the 3 seasons. I think Alabama and Jalen Milroe do just enough on the road to escape a victory. Spread's 2.5. I do think they cover it. Alabama, though, does win. Close, and a touchdown. But they win and cover and prevent back-to-back home games, at least in College Station, in 2021 and now in 2023, from going to the Aggies over the Crimson Tide. Alabama wins and covers at A&M. Number 20, Kentucky, and number 1, Georgia. This is the day. This is the day, college football fans. Georgia is going down. Upset City, calling the shot. Wildcats taking down the number 1 team in the country. I have not liked the way Georgia's played whatsoever at any point this season. They have not looked like the number 1 team in the country. Frankly, it's ridiculous that they sit here going into this game as the number 1 team in the country. They are not as good as the ranking says they are. They are susceptible, and I think Kentucky is built to take advantage of their weaknesses. One of the areas that Georgia has not been strong in, that they have been dominant in the last 2 years especially, has been run defense. They have been at or near the top basically every year now for a while. This year, in stopping the run, 37th in the country. That's a problem for Georgia fans, especially now when you're going against Ray Davis, who, if you haven't heard the name, learn it. Tremendous Kentucky running back. Last week, 280 yards, 3 touchdowns against Florida. Right now, 4th in all of college football, just shy of 600 rushing yards on the season. He is going to give Georgia's front fits, and we've seen the Bulldogs. Look, they played 3 cupcakes. Okay, fine. But the other 2 games they've played, 2 inferior SEC opponents. What happened? Down 14-3 at home against South Carolina, and then had to be in a dogfight, tied late at Auburn against a bad Auburn offense. Auburn ran for over 200 yards. Kentucky's built to run the ball. I think they run the ball, go between the hedges, upset the dogs. Kentucky beats the number 1 team in the country in Georgia. Lock it up. All right. Number 10, Notre Dame, 6.5-point favorites on the road at number 25, Louisville. I think Notre Dame goes in and bludgeons the Cardinals to death. I think they run the ball, run it down their throat, and win a physical game. I am a little nervous, I'll be honest, about the emotional toll on Notre Dame entering this game. A gut-wrenching loss, right, 2 weeks ago against Ohio State. Last week goes down to the wire against Duke. That's an emotional hangover written all over it. The thing that, though, eases my concerns is the fact that they're just going to run the ball, make this a physical game, not allow Jeff Brom to air it out like he wants to do. Notre Dame goes into Louisville, 6.5-point favorites. They win and cover that spread, bludgeoning them to death. And finally, number 23, LSU, 6.5-point favorites over number 21, Mizzou. I got burned by LSU twice, against Florida State and against Ole Miss. Shame on me. I'm going back down the wall for a 3rd time here. I think their offense outscores Mizzou. LSU's defense can't get a stop, but I do trust Jaden Daniels and co to win a shootout. LSU covers the 6.5-point spread.